Happy Memorial Day weekend live!
Oh my God, such enthusiasm.
I'll wane, I promise. This is.
He's peaked. He's already peaked.
Yeah, you're not watching a Southampton Town Council meeting. This is, yes, LTV, but no, not your normal programming. There's nothing normal about this. We're
on the beach.
Nice enough to do. Yes, look at the view. A room with a view here
I
at
like
LTV.
your sunglasses,
They finally put a window in at LTV into this giant this tin building somewhere in Wainscott. Anyway, we can
Are we in
take these
Wainscott
off.
or Sagaponack? I never get it right.
Don't ask GPS.
I wanted to comment on Patrick's sunglasses. They're really cool.
Oh, thank you. These are Izod sunglasses, a sponsor of the show, actually.
All right, tremendous.
There we go.
The show we're
Izod
talking about is called Weekend Live. I'm Bill McCuddy. I have a worm in my brain so I can run for president. And I'm joined by...
Jackie Dunphy with no brain. I mean, no worm.
And...
Who am I?
Patrick McLaughlin is who you are.
There I am.
One of our sponsors, actually, Douglas Elliman. And we
They have no choice but to put me on the show because I sponsor it.
That's true, actually. No,
we have a lot of cool people here this week.
We have an amazing
Great
show
lineup.
for you. But first, we want to thank the sponsors. Along with Douglas Elliman, we have Canoe Place. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. And also James Lane Post. Let's give them a big shout out. We're going to meet the big...
Fabulous newspaper.
Yes.
Awesome.
I happen to write for it occasionally, so there is that also.
And there's that Bridget Leroy who works there, too.
Oh, yes.
Jackie is sitting in for Bridget this week, who is always traveling like Marco Polo around the world. But this show, if you're just tuning in, God bless you. We're all about what's happening live this weekend. So we have a real estate roundtable where we're going to talk about, my question is going to be whether, if you're watching this on Memorial Day weekend, which you have to be because that's the only time
That's the only time this airs.
and you waited to rent, did you get a better deal? Are you out here right now looking for things, and will you get a better price? We'll talk to the folks about that. Also, I mentioned
we will talk about that.
Jessica Macklin is here, as I said, from James Lane Post. She's going to tell us what's going on this weekend that they're all talking about. One of the things is the Canoe Place, another one of our sponsors.
And a lot of new things are opening up, a lot of new restaurants.
Yes, it is a new restaurant.
Right?
It is
Jessica, we did that, right? You're going to talk about that? So
she can. One of the restaurants is, here's one of our other guests that's coming on in a little bit. It's Dede Gotthelf, and she actually brought us a delicious platter of food.
Ooh, we love people that bring food.
This is the Southampton Inn in Southampton. Claude's restaurant getting a makeover, like a lot of new places out here this weekend. So
there's one I heard in Montauk, D'Amo, it's called.
Yeah, it's owned by, if I'm correct, it's owned by the same people that own the Village Bistro in East Hampton.
Right.
Okay.
We also
which I went to, which was actually really good.
Arthur and Son coming to Bridgehampton. The chef from that and owner will be joining us next week or the week after.
Stay tuned.
A lot of stuff happening. Roman Roth is here, and he doesn't go anywhere without Summer in a Bottle. That's Wolfer, obviously. This weekend is the Rosé Soirée.
Rosé Soirée, yes. That's on the cover of Dan's. Where's Dan's?
Dan's is right here.
The Bible of the Hamptons next to James Lane Post.
That's correct.
This is
we do that as a joke to tease Jessica. We tease Bridget with that.
Yeah.
So. Anyway.
Just so, did Jessica leave? No, she's still here. All right, fine.
She doesn't love you.
She's great. And they have a new product, Wolfer's Peach Cider.
Ooh, peachy keen. I love
It's
that.
just not for breakfast anymore.
They're also doing yoga. They're doing something called Yoga in the Vines.
Yes,
which,
Yoga
that sounds
in
very
the
cool.
Vines, which is wonderful. Wolfer in Sagaponack. It's on Saturday and Sundays, and at the Canoe Place on those days as well.
Canoe Place is doing yoga as well this summer.
Yes.
There's also Kites for Kids at Main Beach on East Hampton on Saturday. And all throughout the show, speaking of restaurants, we're going to be previewing some of the best or the most liked photographs from a site called Hungry for Hamptons on Instagram. I think we have one queued up here. This was one of their 5 top photographs on Hungry for Hamptons. What they do is it's 3 young women who go out to different restaurants and they take pictures and they show them. There's Jackie Duck.
Lobster salad.
And that's the lobster Cobb salad that is, I called it Highway Lobbery in the New York Post because it was $97 last year. But then, I don't know what it's up to this year, but then I went and had it, and that thing is not only amazing, it feeds like I'm going to say comfortably 3 people.
Wow.
So that's one of the most liked photographs on Hungry for Hamptons. Follow them on Instagram. We'll show you some of the...
Is there anyone we know that works for Hungry for Hamptons?
No, not that I'm aware of. Maybe my daughter. All right, look.
Maybe we should get them on. We should.
Yeah, why can't you get your daughter on the show?
She's very busy. She's out at one of the new restaurants photographing things.
Hey, by the way, I'll never say anything wrong about someone that wants to put their kid on TV. Last time I did that, I got fired and the kid became a White House correspondent. But we're not going to details.
That's absolutely true, and such a blind item that you need to explain. But
no, I will not explain.
We also have a very famous author who's going to talk about some of her favorite beach reads. You have read her novels called Fairmont and the Mary Whitcomb bestsellers. That is Valerie NiFora. And Valerie is part of, you remember Janie Bellmeyer's bedside?
Yeah, we had her on last year.
Yeah. So she supplies...
This is another one.
Jane and bedside reading supplies a lot of the hotels around the country, but out here in the Hamptons as well, with great new novels. And Valerie is one of her authors. So she's here to talk about her favorite beach reads. And
wait, can we talk about the new set that we have here?
Well, yeah, this is kind of cool. That's
Isn't that
a
cool?
surfboard.
How amazing!
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Jason Nauer, our director. This is his vision.
It's fabulous.
And I think it's effing awesome.
He's also in charge of everything.
Can we say the F-bomb here? I forget.
No, I don't care.
Are we allowed?
Sponsors may cancel us, but okay. So this is
Both of them?
he has the ability to show whatever video he wants behind us, and he's chosen 1967's Fantastic Voyage.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm in an artery. Oh my God. Oh, hey. Where's Raquel Welch?
We are live, and we prove it every day.
Every single day.
Here, go show him the lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
Just
the
lean
lighthouse.
It's coming out of my head. It's coming out of my head.
What's the weather this weekend? I think we have a good.
Yeah.
Do we have the weather?
Yes, we do.
Well, before we go to the weather, I am so ready for Memorial Day weekend. I have done my manicures, my pedicures. I have shaved my legs for the beach.
Oh,
that's a country song.
That's a TMI, but we're going to segue into the weather.
Well, I hope the weather is good enough for your newly coiffed.
Everything.
Body parts.
Yes.
And she's changing her name from Jackie to Jack K.
Jack K, yes.
For the weekend.
No, she's not.
Anyway, weekend weather forecast.
Sorry.
Saturday, we're expecting a high of 68 with a mix of sunshine and cloudy skies, and a low of 56 at night with a 30% chance of showers. No way.
No rain on
Humidity
Saturday.
will be 66% and precipitation will be 0. So what did I just say? Anyway. UV index is 8 out of 11, and winds are ranging from 5 to 10 miles per hour. It means wear your sunscreen, honey.
Okay.
Sunrise is expected at 5:22 a.m., with the sunset expected at 8:09 p.m., which means a long time at the beach, which is fabulous and what the weekend is all about.
Listen, the only chance we have of a small amount of rain if you're watching this on Memorial Day is perhaps Monday of the whole weekend, but it's going to be a gorgeous weekend out here otherwise, and maybe a time for you to go discover the fine folks at Round Swamp Farms. Not a sponsor. Oh, look, there's a shot. Yeah, it's going to look like that on Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah, but only in parts of the springs. This is... Round Swamp Farm opened up. Mrs. McCuddy is hooked like crack on this place. And this is the fruit and nut granola bar. And I just want to warn you, $1.2 million. So bring a
Melissa Cohn's going to be here in a little bit. She can help you with financing if you want to go shopping.
There you go. We'll mortgage our house. But I am also addicted to Round Swamp. I do go during the week to avoid the crowds, but they have phenomenal fresh food as well as prepared.
Hey, if it does get a little rainy and you go to the movies this weekend, we're going to show you the trailer to Mad Max a little later on in the show. That's the new one with Anya Taylor-Joy. I saw it a couple of weeks ago at a critic screening.
It's getting great reviews.
It's phenomenal. It's
standing ovation at Cohn.
It's a prequel, so she's the little version of Charlize Theron. She's really great, but it wouldn't be the summer without the Beach Boys. And Disney Plus this weekend is dropping a new documentary that I've seen that's quite excellent about the Beach Boys. We're going to show you that, and when we come back, we're going to meet Jessica Macklin. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beach Boys.
We're here at the original spot right over there that the first album cover of the Beach Boys was shot. We got the surfboard, the original surfboard from that original shoot back in 1963. It's here. The fact that this group came along and put lyrics and harmonies to surf music, the Beach Boys sound is the sound of joy. So I thought it would be sort of poetic with the Beach Boys getting together where it all started. The whole day was so joyful and memorable. It was really like a family reunion. Action!
There's a little Disney Plus.
Will they sponsor us now, you think?
I doubt it. After seeing the show so far, are you kidding? No, we're if you're just joining us, we are Weekend Live, the Hamptons
Weekend
now.
Live.
And this is Jessica Macklin. As we mentioned, we're proud to have James Lane Post as one of our sponsors this summer. What have you gotten yourself into?
I don't know.
You are, what's your title at James Lane Post?
Editor and publisher.
There you go.
A little bit of everything.
So look, here's the thing. This is our first show of the summer. Summer has kicked off officially. This is this is very impressive. Okay, it's still May. We've got June's James Lane Post. That's how this is breaking. This is nowhere else, right?
Oh, no, it just,
it's
yeah.
everywhere. You can get it.
Just came out. Came out on Wednesday.
So what are the headlines for this summer coming out of James Lane Post?
So on our cover, we did a feature with Leanne Ansar, who is a content creator, and if you can follow her on Instagram. She's just has really, really beautiful content. So we featured an interview with her.
What does she do? What kind of content does she generate?
So it's really, she is French American, and she does a lot that incorporates New York and Paris and really in a
And the Hamptons?
beautiful,
Does she come out?
magical way.
Has she
Yes,
been out
and
here?
she talks about some of her favorite places in the Hamptons, like Topping Rose and Baker House. And
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah.
There, I'll hold it up. Just I don't know if you want to get a shot of it.
Yeah, also, let's
Yeah,
just
that
talk
does.
about for a second, and I said you're a sponsor, so I don't wanna, softball this too much. We'll ask some hard questions in a minute. But one of the things James Lane is so great at are these incredible photographs. I mean, it really is like an old school, large broadsheet, like semi-glossy or matte finish, beautifully photographed publication. And I get unsolicited people, when I say I'm a contributing writer, I unsolicited say how beautiful they think it is.
That's
And we
great.
love Dan's, and we love the South Forker, and we love Hamptons.com and all the other magazines out here that stack up next to,
And James, well, you guys also have a website, James Lane
We do,
Post.
James Lane Post, and we do a weekly newsletter and have our Instagram page, but we wanted it to be very visual. And it's a different format than so many others.
Right.
It's magazine content in newspaper form, but on higher quality stock, so it's just a little different, and we love doing it.
Well, one of the articles in this week's that I was looking at was, or actually I was reading it online, is all the new restaurants that have opened up out here.
Yeah.
So what are some of the ones that you guys have been, covering?
So we did a little roundup. I know I keep hearing about more and more that are happening.
Right.
We went to Village Bistro, which was great.
Terrific. Actually, I went the other night. It was
Yeah.
really great.
that's in East Hampton, used to be
Rowdy Hall.
where Rowdy
At the
Hall
Rowdy Hall
was,
was, and then
They
Nano,
brightened it
I
up
think you mentioned.
considerably, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It looked really bright inside, and
Yeah.
Nice
I
wine
just
list.
asked,
Oh,
it was
really
nice.
expansive wine list. Really good.
Mhm.
Because I went with a bunch of people who were, I'm a wino, not a wine connoisseur, and they were just
Yeah.
thrilled with the wine menu.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm excited.
and but let's be honest about one thing. That Rowdy Hall was a pub, a little more reasonable. Is this still a reasonable spot, or is it
I
like
thought so.
you were?
Yeah,
there?
I thought so. I thought the
was
price.
impressed by the prices,
Yeah.
because I always look for that too, and I think it really stood out. I was like, oh, this is great. This is nice, nice.
Great.
places.
And what's the one thing this summer that you're most looking forward to?
Oh my
Because you
gosh.
guys get all the advance, you know everything that's going to happen.
They get everything
before
in
the
So
rest
many
of us.
things. Well, I'm excited to go to Canoe Place. I know.
Well,
Yes,
okay,
in
so
terms of
yeah,
it.
we like to
I
be
love
nice to our
Canoe Place.
sponsors. There's
Yeah,
a
there we
lovely
go.
piece about Matthew, who's the general manager there now, came from New York
Yeah.
at the Carlisle. So they're bringing a lot of music out there this summer. They have some this weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. But what are if you could do only one thing this summer,
One
what would
thing?
it be?
Well, my goal is to go to the beach more. But other than that, I think just the charity events are always great. I think as many of those as possible. There's so many, and it's just a really great way to give back to the community.
When you guys pitch out James Lane Post, what do you tell advertisers or anybody about what's different about it?
Well, the format's a little different. It's arts and culture, and
gonna
really
start reading.
community oriented, and yeah, I guess.
Hampton's Happenings.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's a great one. That's
This is-
happening July 6th.
July
For
6th.
the Samuel Waxman
Hosted by
Cancer
Kenneth and
Research.
Maria Fischel and benefiting Samuel Waxman.
Yeah.
And a restaurateur from South Hold Social, Chef Francois Payard.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be on the beach this weekend?
I hope so.
Okay,
Yeah.
we hope so too. And it looks like,
Looks like
according
it's
to the
gonna be
weather,
nice.
yeah, that we're gonna have a good one.
Pick up
Listen,
James Lane Post. If not, go online, jameslanepost.com, correct?
Absolutely.
we are thrilled to have had you here, and we're thrilled to have you all summer long as one of the loyal sponsors. And please come back anytime and give us the dirt and the dish and everything.
Okay, thank you so much for
Not
having
please.
me.
We're gonna get an obligation. Will you come back
I
again?
will absolutely.
There'll
I
be
would
some,
love
there'll be
to.
some papers for you to sign. Okay, so I guess the next thing we can look at as we get ready for our next guest is, let's talk about some of the other Hungry for Hamptons photographs. Let's bring one of those up as we prepare for the next segment. Coming up now, next is ARF. We have a very exciting guest, actually a couple of live
Exciting
guests.
guests.
Yeah, a couple of very special guests. One or two you can take home with you if that's a good hint. But in the meantime, let's do something here. We're live.
We need
and
something. We need
prove it all
something.
the time.
There
Oh,
we
go.
go.
That's the East Hampton Grill. That's as we mentioned, we've been talking about Hungry for Hamptons all during the show, and that's one of the
tuna
most
tartare.
liked Hungry for Hamptons.
Posts.
Oh, here's another one. La Bon Bakery. Those cookies are like
Hockey.
bombs. They're like literally. They weigh like 3 pounds each.
And I think they put crack in them because I am so addicted.
Again, if you've just joined us, this is Hungry for Hamptons, and look who we have here now. Kim Nichols joins us from ARF, and this is exciting because it's ARF's 25th anniversary?
It's our 50th.
But this says 25.
I wanted to
I've been
bring you
misled.
some.
Oh, wait. Oh, look, these are some of the, this is the ARF's very first newsletter.
Yes, and we know it is because the first line says, "This is
This is
our
ours
first
first."
newsletter."
50
They were up all
years,
night
that's
writing that one.
amazing.
And yeah, so this is exciting. Here's what's important. First of all, welcome. We're glad to have you, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us
We're
on.
gonna meet a very special dog in just a few minutes, but first of all, you brought some kittens.
Yeah, this is Snoopy and this is Peanut.
Hi, Snoopy.
So that's Peanut, and this is Snoopy.
Yeah.
And people forget, people think of ARF as, well, maybe they don't, maybe I'm wrong about this, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. That happens a lot on this show. People think of dogs, but they don't realize that you have a whole, like,
Cattery.
habit trail,
We have
like
a
a whole
huge
area
cattery.
for the cats.
Yeah.
And
We do.
Is that a real word, cattery?
Cattery baby.
We have two very
I
large
didn't want to
catteries.
say cat house. I just thought it was better to say.
Cattery's good.
Okay.
Cattery's good.
They both have screened-in porches for them, and there's two catteries and then one very large kitten room because it is kitten season right now. And ARF has also had Operation Cat for the last 31 years.
Wow.
Where we spay and neuter cats and make sure they're vaccinated, microchipped, and control the pet population in this region. We also travel west to help with areas that don't have the resources. So wherever we can, ARF is there to help.
Oh, it's
Now,
wonderful.
in all honesty, are they hard to adopt? Do you have a lot of cats, and are they more difficult than puppy dogs? And
No. I was looking this morning, we have 50 cats and 64 dogs. So we have a big census in right now.
What a jump from COVID, huh? That's amazing. Wow.
I will say that kittens and puppies are much easier, but I love the older dogs. I
You
mean,
know,
they're
I-
already potty trained.
I
They're-
adopted a 2-year-old from ARF, years ago, Jackson, and it was wonderful. He was a puppy to me, and it was all the hard work was already done. So
I feel like Isaac Mizrahi on QVC right now. So call in and get Snoopy.
Yeah.
Call in right now.
This is Snoopy.
In fact, where can people call? What's the phone number?
If you go to arfhamptons.org,
Okay.
you can see all of our available pets. These
want people
two
calling, I
will
get
be available next week. They haven't been neutered yet.
This is a
little
preview.
boys. Yes.
We're
So-
getting breaking news.
Yes.
And what a journey ARF has been on. You have just revamped your facilities. They are,
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
they
It
are
really is.
really amazing.
Yeah.
What did
Oh,
ARF look like
amazing.
50 years ago?
Not like it does today.
Was it
So-
literally a garage or a barn?
They started out with having them in foster and taking them into homes. So our three founders really saw the need of animals that were abandoned at the end of the season and worked really hard to create ARF and make it sustainable. So now we are facing our 50th anniversary and
this is
working
exciting.
toward making sure we're here for many, many years to come.
And I
So-
think it's really important, I'm sorry, to tell people when you adopt, it's not for the summer. Really don't let
Yeah,
them
they had
out
some
on your
we've
way
talked
back,
about that
you
with
know, wherever
COVID
you
and
go,
everybody.
please. It's a
Hey, Snoopy.
commitment, it's like having a child, it's very important.
My
Quite a
daughter
commitment.
wants me to bring you home, but I'm not going to.
No, I'm
That's
going
not
to,
gonna
I
happen.
think. I think I
So
am.
one of our favorite folks is Jamie Berger, and Jamie is here, and she's gonna, can you come and get our cats, cause we have our kittens? There's Jamie.
Yes, oh, a little baby, come here. Oh my gosh, they're little fur balls, they're
'Cause-
little fluff balls.
50 years ago, and Jamie runs the beach walk every year, and it's a huge success, raises a lot of money. 50 years ago, the first dog you brought for
First
adoption
dog,
was named,
Sparky. And
and in
Sparky.
that honor,
Well, so Sparky, we have a picture of, was the first dog adopted. And then today, I wanted to bring one of our newer dogs,
yeah,
who's here
Come on
with
in.
Frank Hanna. He's
Frank.
our
Hi,
training
Frank.
liaison. I think you wanna come.
come
over
on
here.
by.
And this is Sparky.
Here's Sparky 2, the sequel.
Sparky is actually deaf. So he needs special training. And what Frank quickly figured out is you need eye contact in order to give him the hand signals.
But he does understand hand signals, the traditional,
He's still young, so we're teaching him. But what Frank quickly figured out is a tennis ball will catch his attention, and then he'll give you eye contact, and then he started in with the training.
Yes.
Well, Frank can tell you a bit about that too.
Oh, he just loves to eat like me. Are
Yeah.
these edible?
Do we know what breed we have here?
He's a Queensland healer, blue healer.
Queensland.
Queensland blue healer.
Oh, wow.
So
So
he's
beautiful.
such a good dog.
Gorgeous. He's
And again,
gorgeous.
The website is,
arfhamptons.org.
are you teasing us with this dog as well, or can this dog be adopted today?
This dog could be adopted, and it's going to take someone who has an understanding of a deaf dog, and how to do that. But we do have tons of training classes from basic obedience, puppy obedience through advanced agility, loose leash
Loose leash
walking,
Wow.
recall.
This is remarkable. Is this the first deaf dog that you've adopted or put out for adoption?
No, we've had deaf dogs, blind dogs. We actually have a deaf puppy at ARF2 named Hal, who is all personality. He's so much fun.
Oh, how lovely. Oh my gosh, they are just, I just want to adopt them all. Whenever I go to ARF, it's just all
It is
these
tough. Come on up. There you go.
beautiful animals. Well, hi, yes, oh, you're so pretty.
Very- Just lovely.
I highly recommend everybody just go and visit ARF. You're always looking for dog walkers, for volunteers. It's really a wonderful cause, and I just think it's a wonderful thing out here.
So dog walkers, dog socialization, puppy socialization, cat socialization. We are open 7 days a week between 11 and 4. So we encourage people to come by. You don't have to leave with an animal, but you can always adopt if you'd like to. Of course.
And here we are 50 years later. I guess I would love to have you back as many times as you'd like to come, but I know we want to have you back before, you have a big gala this summer that you do every year.
We do, the Bow Wow Meow Ball. It
Yes.
will be August 17th, and we're really looking forward to it.
It's easily one of the, well, it's a coveted ticket, it's a great event. You have incredible things that you auction off. And often the celebrities or authors who have contributed those things, which never happens. I do tons of those as an auctioneer, and you never get the real people to show up and go, yeah, I'll sign that too, and I'll do that. So it's a lovely evening.
It is,
It's
it's
a love
lovely.
of animals. I mean, we have that shared love of animals, and that's why they turn out. And then, as you know, we have the Walk to the Sea in October,
Right.
which has
Fabulous.
hundreds of people coming in with their dogs, and we all walk down to Main
Main
Beach,
Beach.
and it's so much fun.
That is, it's a lot of fun.
But can
I've done
I
that.
do a little
Sparky has
plug
left the
for
building.
James Lane Post? They were with us last weekend during Pat's Pet Celebration, which is kind of alumni day, and any of the dogs that have been adopted come back to visit, and they did a great photo contest, so it was fun having them there and the people competing to have cutest dog, and they had 5 different categories.
You're already in the spirit of the show, which is we only talk about our sponsors. No, thank you.
Can I say one thing? We used to do a pet show on Good Day New York every year. The best contest we ever did was the pet that looks most like his owner.
Oh, yes,
And that
I
was-
remember that.
They-
Arthur's
They,
done that.
no, they do
Nuts
that
for
at the
that.
ARF walk too,
Yeah,
and I
they do.
always say the same thing. I
Yes.
can't believe anyone is gonna own up to this because, but they do.
I did it, oh, you won it, oh.
Jody won
Jody
one.
won one year?
Jody won one
Jody,
year.
Jody, step in, on camera, look over there.
And let's show Jody's
roll
dog
over.
if we have a picture.
Again, what kind of dog do you have?
Well, at the time, I had a Rhodesian Ridgeback and Lab mix
I see
with the
that.
red hair.
There
I
you
see.
go, red hair.
I don't know what
you.
we're doing next, but I know that we need to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
And,
so much for
again,
coming and
one more
bringing
time,
these
the
wonderful-
website.
So it's arfhamptons.org.
Kim Nichols, thank you
There you
so
go.
much for joining us. As I said, welcome
Thank you.
anytime. We will be back with another guest in just a moment. If I had the rundown, I'd tell you who it was. We're live and we prove it every week.
Every single
It's
time.
Playing at the movie theaters.
it's
What's
mo-
playing at the
Oh,
movies?
well, you know what? I've seen Mad Max Furiosa with Anya Taylor-Joy. It's really good. If you get a chance to go to the movies, or it's a dark, overcast Monday, it's gonna be nice every other day.
Good
Take a look
movie
at the
day.
trailer from that film, and when we come back, we'll have a more exciting show for you.
Furiosa! We've come too far. Furiosa! They took Furiosa!
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Who do we have here?
She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood. My mother. I want them back. I want them back.
Whatever you have to do, however long it takes, promise you'll find your way home. Protect the green place.
It's time to take what's rightfully ours! Ready? Steady! Go! Where are you going? So full of hope! There is no hope!
If you find him, he's mine.
Everybody, 30 seconds.
There will always be war, but to get home, Furiosa fought the world.
Remember me.
Wow.
Wow, that looks awesome, actually.
What a roller coaster. Oh my gosh.
Bill, what did you saw it already?
He loved it.
Yeah, I liked
He
it.
loved
I
it.
said I liked it.
How long is it? Is it a long?
It's like it's like everything else these days. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, but it's.
Why are movies so
Could it
long?
be shorter? Sure, but.
People just don't want to leave.
Oh,
the
Bill,
seat
look at Bill. He
anymore.
looks so lonely over
Yeah.
there. Oh.
You know, guys, the funny
Help
thing.
yourself to my soda and my cup of coffee there, Bill.
It's time for the real estate roundtable. Melissa Cohn joins us back again this year. There's a puppy.
You can't go wrong with puppies.
Stay on that. It's good
What
for
is
radio.
that? Is that socks?
Puppy. It's puppies that are about to rob a bank? What? I don't understand what's going on, but I've never understood this show. If you're just joining us, happy Memorial Day weekend. This is Weekend Live. And I'm going to throw it over to Patrick and company for...
And Jackie. Did you meet Jackie yet?
But now Jackie's kind of a guest.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she's a guest now.
I'm a co-host, a temporary co-host.
Introducing Jackie Dunphy, agent or broker extraordinaire.
Agent extraordinaire.
Agent extraordinaire at Corcoran Group in East Hampton, and Melissa Cohn from Ravis Home Mortgage.
Oh, Melissa in the house. We love
the queen of
Melissa.
financing.
You need a mortgage? This is the gal. She works miracles.
I always say that Melissa can pull a rabbit out of a hat.
She can.
With an interest
rate attached to it.
There you go. Well, there you go.
And not a bad one either.
So obviously interest rates. What the heck is going on?
What up?
No, that's a really good question. I mean, it looks like interest rates have peaked, which is the good news. And the real question everyone wants to know is when are rates really going to start declining for real?
Right.
And we don't have to wait for the Fed to start cutting rates, but we do need to see more economic data showing that the rate of inflation is going back to 2%. So you can't go to Round Swamp Farm and pay $1.2 million for that granola bar because that's just inflationary.
She watches the show.
She
Oh my God.
listens. She listens and she learns.
But no, I mean, so, hopefully this summer, with interest rates having been so high now for 2 years, people will sort of slow down their spending, except in restaurants and for real estate out here. And we will see that, mortgage rates will start to come down. There's been all kinds of uneven economic data that's come out.
Yeah, it's very uncertain.
Like this morning, there was a durable goods report that showed that people were still spending, and then there was a consumer sentiment number that said, well, maybe things are not going to be as bright in the future. And so we really look for more forward-thinking data. What are people going to do? We know what they've done, and that's spend.
Right.
But there's still some good mortgage rates to be had. 30.
What does blah mean exactly?
Oh, you're terrible.
If you're buying a home in the Hamptons, you can get a 30-year fix on a jumbo rate. 6 3/4, 6 5/8.
Not a but by the way, I'm going through puberty apparently. But it's not atrocious. Like back in the late 80s, 90s, interest rates you were in the business.
They were like at 10 and 12% then. We would have been praying for rates today. When I first started in this business years ago, we were always told that the goal rate to get to would be 6%.
Right.
There we go, and we're almost there.
And in the decades I've been in this business, I've seen 16, I've seen 10, 12. Yes, over the course of the past 4 years, we saw rates in 2s and 3s.
Which is unprecedented, and it'll probably never happen again, so get over it and start buying.
And for good reason, we don't want a pandemic again.
No.
The reason why interest rates got that low was a terrible reason, so.
Horrible reason, yeah.
We should be much happier with rates a little bit higher. And really look at where rates have been prior to the pandemic. And, I think that over the course of the next couple of years, rates will drop. The Fed will start to cut rates at some point, and we'll see rates go back into the high 4s. But, remember, if you buy today and you're buying at what, people hope would be a lower price, because when rates really come down, more buyers come into the market.
Exactly.
Prices go up. Absolutely.
What's your famous line, Melissa?
You marry the house and you date the rate.
There you go. You can always refinance it when it becomes a lower rate.
Is there any indication when they'll come down? Do we have any idea?
My little crystal ball.
I know, but she's got some good
I love
insight.
buying at the dry cleaners, but I would think that hopefully we will see the Fed cut rates at the end of this year. It's an election year, so that's another, variable that has to be taken into consideration.
The uncertainty, yes.
But, most odds makers are saying that the Fed will hopefully start to cut rates in September.
Well, what's very interesting that's happening out here right now, and I'm sure Patrick will back me up, is the numbers. We get a weekly, what's gone into contract and what is sold. The high end is on fire at the moment.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's no rhyme or reason. I don't know whether people with a lot of money that can afford a $15 million home have a crystal ball and see something coming down the pike, so they're moving their money into real estate.
Well, look at the
Not
stock market. The Dow's hit 40,000. So there's a lot of built up wealth in our economy, and there are a lot of those people bringing that money out here. And in fact, there was a pending home sales report that came out this week that said the strongest part of the real estate market was the higher end.
Which it is.
Prices over $1 million as opposed to prices under $1 million, which makes sense because people who are buying their first home probably need financing, you know, and there the affordability is a bigger issue. But if you're buying for over $1 million, you have to have more income, more liquidity.
Yeah, there's a house in North Haven that just went into contract for some, I think it was something like $70 million.
$70 million, yeah, which is pretty much the median rate at the moment.
As
Not
astronomical.
really, but
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
like, and
Crazy numbers.
crazy numbers. But I will say that
Now, you're having an open house this weekend, aren't you?
yes, I am. How
gonna
nice
give
of you
my
to ask,
friend a
Jackie. Where should I
plug.
hold it?
You know what I was
There
gonna
we go,
say,
we can
Patrick?
show the video of it later.
One thing I was gonna say, like a sale like that just talks about the staying power of the Hamptons.
Absolutely,
People
without
were
a doubt.
talking, you know, is it getting too expensive out here? Are people gonna be, you know, priced out of this marketplace? But, you know, people are still buying at all different price points out here.
They really
You
are.
know, I have a new client who just bought for $1.3 million, a new client that just bought for 4.7. You know, there are people that are buying out here.
$1.3 million, that's hard to find.
Yeah, I was
You know,
going to say
anything-
that's a tough purchase.
Yeah.
And it's funny, but
Well, they
you
had to
know,
buy it within about 1 second of it going on the market.
That's what
but every year,
happens.
and I'm waiting for it to come out in the New York Times because these and the New York Post every year they do an article. The Hamptons are over.
Yeah.
Every year. Every
Well,
year.
it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's
It'll
over
never
out
be
here.
over out here.
It won't. It's a good place to put your money. Invest in real
Absolutely.
estate.
And to borrow money.
And
And
borrow
if people want to get in touch with Melissa Cohn, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can call me, text me, 917-838-7300.
There we go. And then, but it's also your WilliamRavis.com.
It's William Ravis Mortgage.
Oh, WilliamRavisMortgage.com. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. But one thing I want to talk with
I'll just
Jackie.
have
real
to
quick.
become a sponsor, so then you'll put up my name and my phone number.
There you
Woohoo! We got a new sponsor,
Another
Bill. Yay! We got a new sponsor.
The money's rolling in.
I just love that she's so confident. So few people are watching. She's giving her phone number out.
Well, you know.
Still to come, Roman Roth. Okay.
But anyway, real quick, Jackie, I'm going to ask you but you and I have spoken about this. The rental season. What is going on?
You know what I think it is? My crystal ball says people don't want to take their money out of the stock market. They're getting phenomenal interest rates in their
Right.
savings and checking account. I think it's going to be a super, super, super last minute season.
Right.
It has been horrible. Homeowners, I'm sorry, but it's just
The rental season's been. This is one of the worst I've
Mystery
seen.
loves company. You're not alone. That's for sure.
If you want to rent, my advice is keep dropping your price until you attract someone.
Absolutely.
And if your house is a bargain, it'll rent.
It'll rent.
But if you don't want to give it away, for lack of a better term,
Then you don't rent.
anticipating
And you
on
can
renting.
use it.
Then use it. That's why you bought the house to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Melissa Cohn, thank you. Oh, it's good to have you
Always
back.
Great to see
Oh,
you.
wait, look. Do you like our new sign?
I
Isn't
love
that
it.
great?
The
Weekend
new set is
Live.
fabulous.
New sign.
Coming up in the world.
All right, you know what? I could use a drink after this interview.
Let's go.
So let's go have a drink, but
Well,
over there.
actually, I get to do the alcoholic portions of the program. People know who watch this all the time that's the case. I am thrilled to have one of my favorite people on the East End out here. It's Roman Roth, who is the sort of the man in charge these days at Wolfer and plenty of other vineyards around the world, right?
Well, Wolfer Estate has expanded. We make wines in France, we make wines in Argentina, in Germany, but we're most proud of New York, and we're really working hard to waken up this pride in the public, in the restaurants, to get support from the restaurant, and not just by having 2 wines on the wine list, but by adding 5, 10. We have some restaurants adding 19 wines to their wine list of local wines. This has never happened before, so it's
Wow.
an exciting time for people.
Well, look, obviously, the big, for most people, the thing that just came out of nowhere really is this rosé, which is called Summer in a Bottle, and you brought it along.
10-year anniversary. We started, the first Summer in a Bottle was made in 2013, released in 2014, so we're super excited. This is certainly a wine that broke the glass ceiling, and it's now everywhere. It became a cult wine. Who would have ever thought? And we make close to 100,000 cases of Summer in a Bottle, so it's
That's
a wine
insane.
that people love.
Yeah, and this weekend is the Rosé Soirée,
Rosé
which
Soirée,
you are a part
we will
of.
be there for
And-
sure. Yep.
Yeah, that's taking place at, where is it this year? The Southampton Arts Center.
At the Southampton Arts Center, exactly.
Always a big deal, a lot of fun. People, some get it kind of dressed up, almost like they're going to the Kentucky Derby, or we see hats and we see like it's the real kickoff for summer.
And rosé makes you happy, and some in a bottle does that. So does and if you come to the winery, if you come to our wine stand, is open again tonight. It's opening night, and we have today.
Yeah,
Rum
this
Punch
weekend,
Mafia is on
Rum
tonight.
Punch Mafia, and somebody pretty much doing music there every night.
Yes, tomorrow is
the
the Dan
weekends.
Bailey Tribe. On Sunday is Hopefully Forgiven. So this is the start of the summer, and the weather couldn't be any nicer. So it's fun to come out again and be enjoying the sun and the rosé.
You mentioned this is 10 years old. The wine stand, everything that's happening at the vineyard has really kind of been in the last 10 years.
The last 10 years saw a phenomenal rise. I mean, when unfortunately Christian passed away 15, almost 16 years ago, but Joey Wolfer, Mark Wolfer took over. I became a partner, and everybody really dug in the heels and put all their efforts into it. And I think we've seen fantastic results. And
So they show you the books, the real books?
Oh, the books. There's only one book.
You also brought something that's new this year. A peach cider.
We're very innovative. We're making a beautiful. We pick over 1.3 million apples by hand, so it's a fantastic commitment to quality. This is a beautiful peach flavor with a organic peach nectar to give the additional peach flavor to this cider.
But the base is it's an apple cider.
It's an apple cider. Yeah, but it's a beautiful.
If an apple and a peach had
a
four
baby.
babies,
This is it.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. You steal the show when you come with a 4-pack like this to the party.
I want to talk briefly with you about a new category that's kind of grown incredibly in the last few years, and that's non-alcoholic beverages.
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah, you do a couple.
We started with it's called Spring in a Bottle, so the little name of coming from summer in a bottle, and it's made with the most modern techniques, a vacuum distillation process that lowers the boiling point, so it's not as aggressive when you distill the alcohol out of the wine, and it still tastes good. It's one of the best non-alcoholic sparkling wines on the market. It has been phenomenal, the growth.
So you have spring in a bottle, you have summer in a bottle. May I make a suggestion? A very highly alcoholic one called Fall Into a Bottle.
Fall Into a
So
Bottle.
then you've got fall, spring. No, don't do that. All right, so the Rosé Soirée is this weekend. The vineyard itself is open for, well, actually, we mentioned at the top of the show, you're doing yoga.
We do
Vineyard
yoga,
vines.
and part of our whole program that we're really rallying now the restaurants to support locals, wine and food, and that we become a year-round destination, not just as 3 months of summer. That having local food, having local wines on your list will bring out more people the rest of the year. So we have a whole dinner series last night at Enchanté in Southampton. We have on June 6th, we do a beach cleanup on Relic Beach. On June 9th, we celebrate the 30-year celebration of Zen Restaurant, which will be with our wines and our Oishi cider. Then on June 16th, we have at Baron's Cove, a fantastic wine dinner ready for you. And then on June, when is it? Let me get the date. On June 20th, we'll be at the American Hotel, a beautiful dinner with the Express Group. So there's a lot of different things. I'm going to gain 20 pounds this summer, but we want
we went to a wine dinner that you helped co-host at Canoe Place a couple of weeks ago.
That was one of the
was
starts.
delicious. So you're doing that. What a great job. You just go to wine
Somebody
dinner.
has to do the hard work of making wine, and
He's got great stories. It's very. We're showing actually the vineyard behind.
Nice.
That's a full screen of someone's Mac.
And somebody's desktop. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Lovely.
so sorry. Well, this is just a rehearsal. When we do the show, none of this. There we are. We're picking out the.
No, it's coming up fast. The harvest.
Roman and Roman.
What about? Can the South Fork now take the North Fork in a bar fight?
No, the Long Island is one region we are working together on. We can compete with the best in the world. Just last week we got rated under the best 9 Sauvignon Blancs in the world, with next to Chateau Margaux, which costs $510, next to the Cloudy Bay, which is a $100 wine, and ours is $53, the best deal in town, and it's a beautiful wine. So we can compete on the world stage with our best wines, and I think New York, it's time to let New Yorkers get proud of and don't search for who knows what big name dropping. Go local, support the local agriculture. So it keeps open farmland, less carbon footprint, and it's fun to show your visitors what happens right here.
You mentioned Christian a moment ago who left us, and I know he would be very proud of what his children and what you are doing there at the vineyard, at the farm stand, how it's just exploded. Argentina, it's just...
It's part of our sustainable program. Global climate change basically has changed the whole pattern. There's frost in Europe, there is fires and drought in Spain, in California. I mean, every region has little issues now. Ours would be hurricanes, knock on wood. But so
don't even say that.
So if you have your eggs in one vineyard, you will be bankrupt in 10 years. And I think by diversifying and making wines in different regions gives, for us, a family-owned estate, great confidence that we will be able to compete in the future for many years.
So there's eggs in here. I didn't even know that. This is all good information. No, I'm kidding. Summer in a Bottle, 10th anniversary, Rosé Soirée this weekend. Roman Roth, come back anytime.
Thanks,
we
Bill.
love having you.
Happy
Let's go
Memorial
over
Day
to-
weekend.
We're gonna talk open houses now, Bill.
Okay, let's talk about open
Hey
houses.
Jay, can we talk open houses? In a second.
We're still on. Wait from the vineyard.
Wait from the video. Oh, there we go. Oh, so anyway, there's a lot of open houses. If we want to roll video of one, Jackie and I can vamp it, and you let us know which one you have.
Let us know. Let it roll.
Let it roll. Do we have?
Okay, as you can
Two.
see, we are 3 minutes.
Roman,
There we
thank you.
go.
There we go. Oh, cool. This is actually I believe, if this is going to start running. Video. No, I think we're having a little
That's
tech.
okay, go ahead.
Tech difficulties.
It's all right. Where is this?
This is 299 Main Street, and that's open on Saturday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. This one is actually, that's 21 Old Stone Highway.
Yes.
And that's open house on 11 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. And the interesting thing there is the owner is an artist, and there's going to be an art show across the street at 21 Old Stone Highway.
And then there's another art show that's going to be at Ashua Hall. It's a members show, and there's a lot of local artists, so you can do a twofer. Head over to his on Old Stone Highway and then to Ashua Hall, which is just next door.
And then there's one on 10 Richards Drive, which is new construction. It's in Sag Harbor Village, 4.9 million. Their open house is Sunday from 11:30 to 1.
And this is a good one. This house will not last. It's a great little house.
It's a nice house. Anyway, but should we talk weather until Bill comes back and we have our next guest here? Do we beach video? Anything?
Can we do a beach
Oh,
video
what would
while I
you
do
guys
the
do?
Webcam Live?
What
Oh my
would you
God.
guys do if I wasn't here?
Oh my
we
gosh.
would-
Oh my God.
We'd starve.
We
Look
starve,
at
Bill.
Look
this.
at this. We've got
Wow.
Christian gave us a bottle of wine.
Oh,
so
He gave you a bottle of wine. What did we get?
Yeah, and this is a.
We get chopped liver.
We get chocolate.
I kept the.
And a little prosciutto and some strawberries
I
and
kept it
some.
all
my
in under
gosh.
like an Italian living room. I kept the plastic on it.
Yeah, I know. It's
So we'll
like-
take that off because this is all by way of introducing our next guest.
Oh, fabulous.
And I'm gonna.
I'm gonna scoot out of here and let you
Okay.
two talk to the
All
next
right.
guest. But I am gonna take some food and get my coffee cup and everything out of the way.
Yes.
Because it looked terrible. I felt terrible.
The show is still on. It's not your lunch break.
12.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not?
we got some more
Okay.
time.
Dede,
I'm
come
outta
on in. See how easy this
Welcome,
is?
Dede. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Dede, say that last name for us.
Gotthelf or
Go-
Moan?
So you're like, okay.
Okay, Gotthelf or Moan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
Which
our
one?
choice.
Either
apparently.
one?
Okay.
Choice.
Okay.
So listen, you're here.
Let's not
because-
moan over it, okay?
You're here because the Southampton Inn, which is kind of a tradition over there, has a restaurant called Claude's, and it's gotten a little makeover.
Wow.
Look, she brought little
Unbelievable little
sandwiches.
sandwiches. You have prosciutto,
It's all here.
blueberries, everything. This is fabulous.
Patrick, help yourself.
I will. Oh my God, that was so good.
And we have napkins too.
And I'll get my computer out of the way too.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Can you believe this is a television show? We're as stunned as you are.
Oh my gosh, these are so good.
Dede,
Somebody's
welcome.
hungry.
Speaking of makeovers, apparently we need one. But we're glad you're here because Claude's has a new executive chef
Yes.
who is a friend of this program, actually. Tell us about
Oh, I can't.
it.
No, Claude's has been open for breakfast and brunch for 25 years, and it opened in 2007 with a cat named Bear and named the restaurant Oso, and the cat came from ARF.
and it was financed by Melissa Cohn, who was here earlier.
Oh my God, all dovetailing in here.
And Roman Roth sang Some Enchanted Evening. We had this
You
wonderful.
know, we forgot to bring up that Roman actually performed
He
once
sings,
with
and
Billy
I
Joel.
played the piano with them, and Dushi was. I mean, this has been a phenomenal waiting in whatever that room is back there. Thank you.
It's called the restroom.
She's been paying attention. She's been paying attention to the whole show. Well, Claude's is. By the way, you're doing this Memorial Day weekend on Sunday. If you're not watching this on Monday, there's a barbecue over
yes.
at Southampton.
So also for 25 years, which is when I pivoted in life, we give a Memorial Day barbecue to all of the hotel guests as our guests, but also the whole community, and all of you are welcome. And we have Summer in a Bottle, among other things, and it's from 2 to 4 on the pool patio on Sunday, and it's gonna be sunny.
It's going to be
Yes, it
sunny.
is.
And we have these platters with fruits and burgers and sliders and a little bit of other things.
Oh, you have to
You
go.
are so
Look at
promo
this.
friendly. All right, tell us what your background was before you got into the hotel business.
Oh yes, well, I
right
studied
back.
English and music, majored in American civilization from an all-men's college, but there were 10 of us who graduated that year, so now you can date me.
Oh,
And
wow.
I wanted to work in publishing or in something artistic, but because I was at a boys' school, a men's school, I was a girl at a men's school, I was recruited to work only in banks or insurance companies or Sprague Electric.
Oh, for
So I
heaven's
decided
sakes.
that I would work in a bank, but Chase Manhattan paid me $200 a year,
Chase
more
Manhattan,
than JP
oh
Morgan
my
and Citibank, so I
Lord.
went to Chase in the training program.
That sounds like a lawsuit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, this was a long time ago, we didn't do that.
Hey, let's
No
press you
such
into
thing.
service. You're so good at promoting the show. The
Yes.
second paragraph there is Sunday, and that's the day you're having your barbecue. What's the weather going to be like?
Sunday shows a high of 85 degrees, well, really 68 degrees. Except I just had cataract operation, so I can't see it.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Make it up. Make it up.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be absolutely beautiful with sun and cloud, none of this partly clouded. There's a slight chance of rain, but it's gonna be before and after the barbecue.
Good.
A low of 56, but that's at nighttime. The humidity at 77%, but zero precipitation. A UV index will be 8. Be very careful because this is all scarred right here.
Oh, for heaven's
Tell your
sakes.
children to wear all
No
of their
sun.
sunscreen.
Sunscreen or no
And
sun.
lots of hats, winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, and the sunrise is at 5:22 a.m. Claude's opens for breakfast at 7 daily.
Wow, 7
Wow.
a.m. Claude.
And our buddy Ben Douglas is
Yes.
sort of executive producing some of
This
the.
year, Ben Douglas is the Henry Hospitality has taken over as the general manager of Claude's. It's opening right as we speak, this very moment. Our first dinner service is gonna be at 5
Whoa,
o'clock tonight.
oh my gosh.
Everybody is invited. The menu is superb, even if Ben wanted fried pickles as an appetizer. But
Wait,
Doesn't sound
did you
too
come to
bad.
fisticuffs on that? You didn't
no,
want
my
to-
children said it's very au courant. All
it
millennials
is.
love
I
fried
love
pickles.
them.
All right,
Oh,
well,
you
hopefully-
I'm not even a
Are we
millennial.
serving any of those on the Memorial Day weekend barbecue?
Well, we don't, I don't know. I think we're gonna have traditional
Don't cause
smash
trouble.
burgers.
That's my job.
Whatever Ben would like to serve will be delicious. Also, we are serving, veterans get a 25% discount on Sunday and Monday. We have, in a very tiny little way, wanna say thank you, so.
Oh, that's lovely for
We
the
hope that
Memorial
they'll
Day. You know, we do
Yes.
forget that this is a day of, weekend of remembrance
Yes.
for our fallen.
Hey, Gans wrote a nice big piece about you the other day. I had it here a second ago. I'll show it at the end of the
That
show.
was magnificent.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You look great here too. And so does everything you brought. Thank you so
This
much
is
for joining
amazing.
us.
Thank
We've
you.
paired it with a lovely Wilford wine, and we're gonna have this after the show.
And you get summer in a bottle.
Summer in a Bottle and Prefix, and can I say Rising Stars in honor of Lillian Questel Saturday night at the Cultural Center, which is across the street from the Southampton Inn at 6 o'clock, and we'd love people to come.
Oh, sure.
Fabulous.
That's Saturday night, 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Oh, terrific, terrific, at the Cultural Center. Well, that's where Sticks and Stones does the comedy
They
thing
do
as
their
well.
comedy club,
Oh,
yes.
lovely. Oh, wow.
Hey, listen,
Fabulous.
thank you so much for joining us. We're
Thank
gonna
you very
just throw it
much.
over to Patrick, who has a world-famous author.
Leave us alone. We're reading a good book, Bill. We're reading a good book. Leave me alone.
I do read.
Oh my God! I just
believe
got.
that happened?
I can't believe that
I'm
happened.
telling you, you gotta read it. You
It's
absolutely
summer.
have to
It's
read it.
summer, and that means beach reading time. And we are lucky to have with us Valerie NiFora.
It's an honor to be here.
No, it's not.
It is an honor. I'm pleased.
It's not an honor.
I'm so excited.
Oh, you just lost all credibility right then and there.
No, it's an
But
honor.
we're talking about your new book, The Fairmounts.
Yes, and Mary Whitcomb.
And Mary Whitcomb.
That's right.
Now, these are great books. And
Thank you.
What got you to start writing as a
It was something I always wanted to do, always wanted to write, felt very self-conscious about it, and believe it or not, The Fairmounts came to me as a dream.
Get out
so
of town.
I dreamt the entire story. It is told from a male's perspective. His name is Harry.
Right.
He comes to stay with his aunt, who's his last living relative.
Right.
And he meets this orphan who's the heiress of a missing fortune. And decides that he's going to go uncover it for her, and
Right.
all these secrets get revealed. So I dreamt it, and I tend to dream my books. They're movies in my brain, and then they come out on paper.
That's so cool. Is there? You know what? I've always wondered. Do you get inspiration also from real people, and then sort of incorporate them a little
Not
bit
as
in the
much,
books?
not yet, but they do say, be careful when you irritate a writer, because you will end up in their books. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually,
No one's irritated me sufficiently yet, but we'll see.
Okay, so of all the characters in the Fairmounts,
Yes.
if you could have lunch with one of them, who would you pick?
Harry, hands down.
Well, why would you pick Harry hands down?
He's a nice, lovely man, and often we've forgotten what gentlemen are.
Right.
And he's a gentlemanly, caring, wonderful man. The other is his polar opposite, which is John Fairmount,
Right.
and I would just find him fascinating. So either one.
But you would like to have lunch with like most of
Yes.
the people in your books.
In my books, yes. I do in my brain. I have lunch with them quite often.
Now, let's talk about what's that? Jackie, you're already in my brain. There you go. But so also you can get this. This is available on Amazon.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this downloadable also on Kindle and
Yes,
and
you can get it wherever you buy your books.
and what are you working on now, Valerie?
So I'm working on the sequel, which would be book 3.
Right.
I also have a story that I just started, a Gothic novel called The Tutor, so we'll see how that pans out. And then I'm revisiting some Greek myths.
Oh, cool. No, tell me more about that. Don't throw that away.
Just throw that away.
Don't throw that lead
Well,
away.
it's my heritage. I am a first-generation Greek-American, and I just felt that there's a different way to tell some of those stories. And the one that I'm specifically fascinated is the one about Apollo and Daphne. And so
Cool.
exploring that idea,
Neato.
we're calling that the laurel tree.
Once again, the book is called The Fairmounts.
Yes.
Available on Amazon.com and downloadable with Kindle.
And wherever you buy your books.
And wherever you buy your books. Oh, there's a great Barnes & Noble in Bridgehampton.
And Bookhampton.
And Bookhampton and
I
Sag
have-
Harbor Books.
And I have to say, I do have 2 beach reads.
Good.
Okay, Ruth Reichel.
Right.
She's got the book.
The food critic?
Yes, she wrote a book. She's got a new book coming out called A Paris Novel. And Emma Klein has a book that is now going into paperback called The Guest. So
Cool. There you got it. Summer reading for the beach. All right.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
Over to Bill
joining
and
us.
Jack.
Something to read on the
Beach
beach
read.
with my
Yes, we need
shaved
beach
legs.
reads.
There you
now
go.
listen, we have one more thing we need to talk about. We've all through the hour been showing. Let's do we have the steak frites shot of that Hungry for Hamptons? Yeah, this is. We've been
No, we
talking
don't
about
have it.
food. Or do we have any food that we can get? Okay, then Patrick, just walk back in.
Guys who should be running that are in that studio waiting for you.
Patrick,
so
come
we
on
need
in.
to talk to you. Guys, go
Okay,
in.
Come on in, guys.
You don't need me
Get
there.
behind it. Yeah, we're gonna close out the show over here. Look at this. They carry their own very
Wow.
subtle marketing.
Look at this.
This is the Hangar. So LTV does a lot of great things here this summer, including Matt Rayner has some, there's artists that are featured almost like an art gallery. Come by here if you can find it. But these guys are from something called the Hangar. Joe, who wants to explain what this is?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm coming back in.
Okay, you got it.
No, go.
No, Sit.
Musical chairs. Where's the music?
We only have 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, during the off season, me and Kai, we both are DJs. Kai started working here, and Ashley, shout out to Ashley Escobar in the studio. Basically, we want to do something that kind of for the local community. But we realized there wasn't a lot of nightlife out here, past 8 o'clock.
Right.
So we all got together and we were like, why not put on something ourselves? We have a good studio, we all work here, we have a good relationship with everyone. And so that's basically what we did. And we kind of started with marketing. We started working with Wordhampton to do some marketing for our first show was Thanksgiving break, so it was like a perfect time for everyone to come out.
And this is going to happen all summer here at LTV?
We have 2 dates this summer, one being this weekend, Memorial Day, and we have one on August 10th.
What time does it start?
It starts at 8 p.m., goes to about 1. We have 2 food trucks, a taco thing, and an Argentinian, right? Like things with like burgers, like really, really, really good food.
And introduce your roadies.
So we have Kai right here. We got Jody. They're both DJing. We're all DJing. It's basically
Jody, by the way, is adoptable. Call our.
But it's like half the LTV staff that's like DJing the.
So
event.
Guildhall this
So-
weekend is doing a silent disco, and you
So-
guys are actually. Oh, you're.
Oh, yeah, so
You guys actually play live music.
Oh,
with
yeah,
volume,
yeah.
and you can crank it to 11 here.
Oh yeah, there's no one around here, so we can literally like blast it. You know, like you're driving down the street and you can hear it throughout like all down. You know.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, get out of here.
Yeah,
You guys. 40 seconds left in the show.
Bravo, bravo.
Well, so much for covering.
If I can stay
Go back to your room.
Listen, we want to
Go back to the control room.
We want to thank our sponsors: Canoe Place, James Lane Post, Douglas Elliman, obviously, and we just signed.
Melissa Cohn from Ravensville Mortgage.
Yes, you've got to get the name right. Hey, we still are in shock about this being and
Bedside reading?
bedside reading.
Bedside
Daniel
reading.
Bellmeyer, who
There you
sent
go.
one of her loyal writers, and
Valerie,
we're
thanks for
very
being here.
thrilled.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a great lineup.
time we
What a
had.
fabulous.
Bye. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Happy Memorial Day weekend,
Happy Memorial Day
everybody. Thanks for
weekend,
joining us.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.